past weekend, I went over to a friend's house. He's bought a new piece of land, built a new house, and he just wanted to show us around. I was on a four-wheeler with him, and Oliver, my youngest son, was with us, just the three of us. We were riding through the woods on the back of his property. He had cut some trails in the woods to ride his four-wheelers, and I made the comment, man, this would be a great woods to do some haunted trails or haunted houses with some kids. I know, great for a youth pastor, scaring kids, right? Then Oliver, after we got done, he got to talking and said, Dad, you remember that haunted house that we did as a kid? And see, my boys have never really been into haunted houses, and that's fine with me. But I guess Braden was probably about 10 years old. Oliver was 7-ish, 8 maybe. And it was around Halloween time. We went to a place where you pay one price to get in. You go around to different events. You get candy. In the middle of that land, though, was a haunted house. You didn't have to go in. You'd paid your admission. You could go in or you could not. And Braden decided, hey, why don't we try it out? Now, neither one of my boys had ever been in a haunted house. So I'm not sure what they thought in their mind. I'm sure they didn't think it was going to be very scary. So I was like, are y'all sure? Yeah, we want to do it. So we get in line. We get all the way up to the front door. And I could tell my boys were starting to get a little nervous. So they said, Dad, you go first. Okay, I'll go first. I said, you guys hang on to the back of my shirt and we'll go through together. So I go in and they shut the door behind us. And I'm telling you, I could not see an inch in front of me. It was so dark. You could feel the smoke and the fog from the fog machines. It was so loud in there, just screaming and noises. The smell was terrible. And I took about 3 steps forward and I ran right into a wall. I took 2 steps to the right, ran right into another wall. And I quickly realized we're in a maze and you can't see anything. So I started to go to the left. I'd gone to the left maybe a couple feet and I realized nobody's tugging on my shirt anymore. My boys aren't behind me. Where did they go? I see the light of the entrance door as they have made a way out through the entrance. Now, I'd like to tell you, brave youth pastor, I decided to go through it by myself, but I did the manly thing. I went back out of the entrance too because I had to protect my kids and make sure they were all right, of course. What does that have to do with anything? Well, I think that is very symbolic of a lot of us in our lives and what Satan wants to do to us. The world is filled with chaos and confusion and noise and distractions and fear and worry and doubt, all the above. And it's like sometimes we feel like we're running right into a brick wall. And he wants us to give up. He wants us to turn around and go home and say, life's not worth living. It's too hard to be a Christian today. But God wants the exact opposite. God knows that this world's going to be tough and there's going to be challenges. But listen to this. Isaiah 26:3 says, God will keep in perfect peace all who trust in Him and all whose thoughts are fixed on Him. He promises that to keep us in perfect peace if we trust in Him and keep our thoughts fixed on Him. There's so much noise and confusion in our world today, but I want to encourage you today, fix your eyes on Jesus. He promises to provide that peace that we are longing for in our world. So have a great week.